Let's see. No. Let's see.
Hey, Inspect. Okay. I don't know. The whole thing shook me up something fierce, but I'm still here. I'm upset. Angry at Evan. Sad about him being... Scared folks won't believe me. I'm not much for math, so I couldn't tell you how that averages out. But thanks for asking. I can't help... Have you been to Purpleberry? Anytime.
We're at Orchards. Brown. Spectrum vodka brown.
How may I...
I think that hex. pictures.
The other one, the
Huh?
for the
Oh, I watched it. I was watching.
washing.
Remember the stunt? I like smell like I like when you don't try something new. Well,
Hey, I've been ready to confront that guy.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Oh, sweet gibbering law! Where'd you come from? Sorry, let me just get back in character. Whoa, 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 it's not what it looks like. Easy, friend. No need to get violent. There are as many reasons to spare my life as there are flavors in Rizzo's Spectrum Vodka. I'll give you 2 reasons. First, I am a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers Tossball Enterprise. And secondly, I'm just here doing a job for a VIP. Mascot's honor. I am acting on behalf of Mr. Black Hole Birdie, the Holmeister, the Hack Attack. I don't have a lot of time, but Mr. Birdie sent me to retrieve a message. Something he recorded for Ms. Bellamy while he was off his kilter. It's extremely difficult for me to tell you no. In fact, I'm experiencing enormous... Will you meet me later, over at the pilot house? I swear, from the... What? But please don't hurt me. The pilot house complex.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. That didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
What do I have? They don't have brown? In case. You did. Let me do this one. Let's see what happens. I've been here.
Oh, look here. I could use a new pair of glasses.
Can't imagine where you misplaced your old pair. Here we go! Well done. We're still alive.
Hey, weren't you looking for a new hat?
Indeed. And that looks just like my old...
Hey, you look like you need some stuff. Fancy watch? Spare cufflink? Single earring? You want it, I've got it. Me? And as soon as I pay off my So it turns out Slug has some pretty strict rules on vehicle docking, and I may have broken a few of them. Who'd think Slug would be so... You sure can. Buy some... and the delinquency fees that are accruing on... I knew Nick and his. So it who and that which is
Bertie Holcomb.
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
Shit. I have toughened.
You don't know how grateful I am to the Morale Improvement Program. Changed my life.
You're sure he's not in the museum?
Also need orange, yellow.
Administrator Ludovico can seem intimidating, but he's a decent fellow. I know he cares.
Bertie Holcomb is likely beside himself in grief.
Timeline discrepancy. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Discrepancy detected. Rizzo's company policy clearly states that all proprietary mascots must exhibit signs of physical life. Excellent observation, Inspector. Have you deduced a possible cause of death? Unusually small entry wounds indicate exotic weaponry. Yes, Inspector. The Needler, bespoke handgun carried and wielded by, famously deployed by Halcyon Helen in Terror. This unit is in bottle of spirits does not belong to any known corporate brand. Suspicious. Excellent deduction, Inspector. Ingredients include antiseptic alcohol, sucrose, and unidentifiable miscellaneous organic material. Closest match. Counterfeit spirits available at the Piraeus spaceport.
Spaceport.
Wish I had a telescope like this back in the Vale. Of course, the company probably would have scrapped it for parts.
I'm leaving my shoes on.
Even
Do you
the
think
air
it's
in here
strange
feels
that
too
I
sweet.
kinda miss Ada?
Almost sticky.
Right back. What are you gonna do?
I understand there was an incident at the orchards. The pollination cycle began without my authorization. Fortunately, you managed to save most of the hive. The waspitos are essential to the orchards, you see. Losing them would have cost us much. The orchards can be a dangerous place, but my workers are... Something about this incident troubles me. The circumstances are suspicious. But let's concentrate on... You have my attention. That's deeply upsetting. Dr. Leora Blossom was an extraordinary scientist and a friend. We have a murderer on the loose, Inspector. As if the death of Halcyon Helen wasn't enough of a blow to our... Her commitment to her NDA was admirable. I'll make sure to accelerate the payout of her death benefits to her next of kin. Interesting. The Rizzo's family is a small family, Inspector. Most of us recognize one another. Still, any information is good information. It troubles me to believe Leora could have been murdered by one of our own. If there's anything else you'd like to share, you have my attention. Insisted. That's interesting. We'd scheduled a tour of the lab for Helen. Purely a public relations event to be held sometime in the indeterminate future. Then again, Helen and I were not well acquainted. I can't speak to her intentions. little of consequence. We tore the
He did it.
grounds,
He did
paused
it.
at some locations appropriate for a portrait, let her shake hands with our scientists. Public relations. A picnic? I don't recall approving a private social gathering at the orchards. I'll have to make a note of this information. Thank you for bringing... That's troubling, to say the least. Any transfer... A clever deduction, Inspector. That gives us a little... Yes, I share your suspicions. Someone didn't... This feels like more than corporate espionage. Someone's playing with us, Inspector. And I have never in my life enjoyed games. Did you discover anything else? This incident at the orchards must be connected to Helen's murder somehow. I don't know how, but my apologies, Inspector. This case is under your jurisdiction. Not. When you're ready, I suggest a word with the hotel coroner. She should have finished. Why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in your
I don't know.
I'm afraid I don't understand. Is this the lead-up to a joke? I don't know why there's a mascot in your room. The Grand Colonial doesn't offer that kind of room service. I think. Such as? Fair enough, as all. In any case, let me apologize for this unfortunate business. I'm sure this mask... Was there anything?
Let's see. Don't forget my... Persuade up. Then I'll start doing my... I guess my hack. Let's see. Oh, 1 second. Let's see. So it's there.
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access and... Welcome to the Piraeus Spaceport.
I trust these guys. It's kind of cool though. Good.
Captain, up ahead. Be ready for trouble.
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Sluglight Underground don't like that much.
He's trying so hard. It's actually kind of sad.
Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick of all your meddling in their affairs. Our affairs, I mean. We're... Draw, you damn breadworm, draw! Well, you ain't gonna stick that no... Quick, everyone! Get them!
Here they come.
This one!
One all right?
Mm. 142.
If you ain't a constable, then we ain't got nothing to discuss.
If I made a bet with you at the Copper Bottom last night, let's call it off now. I can't stand the taste of life sprats.
Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit. Please explicate your defense into this unit.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
My permit wasn't expired, Scrappy. You probably...
An aberration in the expected timeline for this organic being has occurred. Behold, the body of Maria Keene, formerly the constable of the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. No signs of life detected. Maria Keene is survived by no known... Excellent observation, Inspector. Multiple wounds located in the frontal bone. Furthermore, the location and circumference of exit wounds suggest... These casings are too minuscule for conventional small-caliber firearms. High concentration of potassium chloride. These substances show the highest concentration near the end cardiac arrest. Rather, your memo had better.
My permit wasn't expired, Scrapheap. You probably just scanned it wrong.
Error. Unit's permit reading equipment was updated only last week. Please tell a different lie.
Tell a different... You're a mechanical. You ain't got the foggiest idea whether I'm telling the truth or not.
Correct. Criminal. However, Constable Keen has decreed that this unit will remain here, questioning you every minute until you submit a confession. Error. Information on recent...
I'm a criminal. Get it? They don't let me talk to
conversation. Greetings, criminal. This unit would implore you to confess to your crime of landing with an expired permit.
You know what? My permit was fake after all. Let me out of here.
Greetings, non-criminally associated individual. The Rizzo's constabulary is currently not closed due to a sprat infestation. Bureaucratic processes are currently suspended. At present, criminal reports do not require paperwork. Please lament only in marked lamentation. Please speak clearly. Understood. Information processed. Error. This unit has... This purple...
Let's see. We're never gonna let them out.
This port seems real busy. I wonder if they're trying to compete with the Groundbreaker. Buy a bunk, huh?
Hey, pal. Over here. Hey there. You looking to unwind, friend? Maybe you're on your way to the bar for a good time? Maybe you're interested in something a little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick? The name's Auric. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceutical... I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? So it's right in the Auntie Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe. alternatives. That's... What do I sell? You got stress problems? And if you're a real What do I... You got... And if... What can I...
Hey, I saw your ship. The Unreliable. Hey there. Word around the spaceport is that you came in on the Unreliable. You a new crewmate? Cut the shit. I know Hawthorne's captain of that ship, but... I see. Well, this would have been easier with Hawthorne, but I hope that if you're flying his ship, it means you're a freelancer too. I run an outfit for the moving of, less-than-legal goods. There's a particular piece of cargo needs delivering to a particular individual in the spaceport. Thing is, I don't know where the cargo is right now. The crewmate who handles that is in the clink for getting a little too disorderly in town. We've already attracted too much attention. Too risky to visit her myself. That's where you come in. You help us out, I'll give you an equal cut of our pay. Great to hear. First, you need to go meet the crewmate who got herself jailed. Cassidy Mill. Oh, yeah, right. We have a secret phrase.
I
like boneless spratwurst. Be seeing you.
See. Nothing?
Why do you stop every time I come in? You're in trouble for what? Did you mop with that green thing?
Yeah, I pay, like,
Mop it?
like, just, yeah, like if you're sweeping, then I mop it.
You mop with the
Well,
regular mop?
Yeah, but then what you have to do is like,
I did that.
kind of vacuum around like that. On.
I already swept it up. Then you just mop. Went back.
Don't think I know you. Yep, that sure is the passphrase, even if it is dumb as hell. You're looking for cargo from our ship, the Rat King. Small package, wrapped in brown paper. It got moved to the shipping yard, but I'm not completely sure where. I'm sure some sluggite knows how to find it, or has it listed in a terminal. All else fails, you could just case the joint.
I'm pretty happy working for Slug. Mr. Quintana treats us with respect.
Here they come.
Don't miss!
Maybe these are bathrooms.
You one of the new workers? A lost tourist? Wait, I don't care. Just don't knock anything over. Hey, if it... This terminal... If it... Nothing. Figured it... Sure do. Why are you interested in it? You authorized? Not that I care, but something Oh yeah, I love that guy. You're square. Don't know if anyone will care about whatever's in this going missing, but I sure don't.
That was easy. Like 53,000 credits. Oops.
You're back, I see. Hope the law hasn't caught on to what you're doing. Law meaning authorities, that is, not the forces running the universe. No complications? Grand. The recipient is Joseph Dempsey. He runs the Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry. This is gonna sound a little stupid, but I got a thing about mechanicals. Don't like the way they move or the sounds they make. I was drinking with Dash in the cantina when a funny-looking one trotted up beside us. Seemed like it was some kind of monster, so I started yelling, banging on it. Don't know what happened next, but I think it involved another mechanical. I passed right out then, and when I woke back up, I was here. Not the most graceful thing I've ever done. No comp...
Reminds me of Moreau's. Just a bit.
Hello. Welcome to Eridan. I'm Marketeer Joseph Dempsey. Oh, wait a... Hey now, hey. Somebody... Yeah, of course. It's called a pay... Give me a little credit.
What's next?
What?
Wash, because I don't know, you have some chicken over there.
Oh, is there any? Oh.
Can I watch this later?
That's fine.
The towels are what needs to be pixel. No. Yeah, I just watched this. Watched like this.
Boundary.
Ugh. Want to help me move this piano back? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, move back. You leave it over here. I'll make it. You leave it like right here, or do you want me to?
Hold on 1 second. Shit, hold on. Alright. Alright, dude.
Of course. Here. Terribly sorry for all this, Inspector. I'll certainly owe you in the future.
What are you gonna do with that right there? Are they gonna put that back in your closet? Would you put it underneath it? Give me that. Can you use that? There's somewhere else. There.
Well,
See what he has to sell.
welcome.
He doesn't have nothing. Let's see.
Well, and I. Is that supposed? An independent, huh? Be a big risk letting you into my sanctum. Though if you're telling the truth, I think it'd be more than worth it. All right. Follow me to the back.
So shit.
All right. So, as you can see, this actually ain't the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of house. Welcome to my black market. Sorry for the frosty reception. Had to make sure you were... Good. Here's your... See? Let's have... Oh.
What do you have?
Got it. Inside voices.
How much is this one? Oh yeah.
Hope the job's coming along. Excellent. Let's divvy up the payment 3 ways and we can consider this matter settled. What? That ain't gonna be enough to get cash. Ah, shit.
Oh shit. Let me go ahead. Be nice enough. I should have been down here the whole time.
Hope. Thank the law. Should be just enough to get Cass out of her damn cell. I guess breaking even is better than leaving with your partner in the clink. You might not be Hawthorne, but you can sure resolve a problem like he could. Maybe better. Thanks again for all your help.
Let's see. God damn.
Haven't seen. Can I get? Yeah, so you know. Hey, when you tell us to wait. Oh, yeah. I played for the Rangers in my heyday. My specialty was getting nailed by
Rangers
serves
right
without
here.
keeling over.
Alright, hold on.
Yep, Ernest the Bean Padilla, they called me. At least I think that's what they called me.
Ernest the
League
Bean
leader
Padilla.
in hit by serves 2 years in a row. Folks started competing to see how many times they could hit me in a match. Called it quits not long after that. Ain't safe to take that many blows to the head.
We'll go back. Alright. I'm back.
I came out to coach the Rangers during training camp, but after a while, I had trouble remembering which player was which. Slug lets me bartend instead of recommending me for early retirement, for which I'm most grateful. I'd hate lying around like a deadbeat. Absolutely. I know things can get... Anyhow, I think I've talked plenty. Nah, I didn't... There's a...
There you go.
You seen those workers by the orchards? Those smiles are gonna haunt my nightmares.
What do you want? Shh! Not so loud! How'd you know it was me? That's what the disguise is for. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto. Oh, yeah. Oh, what's it matter? Helen's gone. She's gone and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying, but I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's.
There are many types of intelligence, Mr. Holcomb. For example, your expertise on the field. Your hack attack is nothing short of brilliant.
Oh, so you're the inspector. Hope you have more luck figuring things out than me. You probably want to ask me some questions, huh? I'm sure you're asking everybody questions, so you can find Helen's killer. So, how do I help? I was getting blotto with the rest of the Rangers. You know, soaked, muddled, preserved.
He's saying he was drunk, Captain.
The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air. We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow? There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, you know, stolen her.
They're drunk.
I don't know. We were drunk, and we made bad choices. She was all alone. My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, 'cause... I reckon not. See, I went to the weather station. I was looking for where Helen stashed her data pad for safekeeping, right? She'd asked me to get it, mind. I wasn't stealing. I'm no thief. Sure did. Only she started yelling about how I was trespassing and... Long story short, ran like the Rangers were down by 3 and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone. Yeah, I mean, no. Nope. I don't want to tell you. Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing act. Yep. So now you woke up. Oh, yeah, you'll probably... Yeah. Sorry. Here you go, Inspector. Either she was... I know. I want to help. I get it. What about... Look, you and me, we both know I'm a big, dumb tossball star, right? That's what I'm good at. Rizzo's knows it. The fans know it. Helen, she saw me as more than that. She saw someone who had more to offer than big muscles and a signature black hole stomp. Being with Helen was magic. She was magic. There ain't good enough words for something as special as what we had together. I wish I knew. Must have been something I did. At the picnic, Helen just kept saying she didn't want to drag me into her world. Maybe one of the higher-ups in motion pictures was giving her trouble over us? I don't know. I tried to understand, but I don't. Rival actresses, maybe? What? Or... Oh, or... if... You listened to it? What'd I say to Helen? Did I sound drunk? Thank the Ark.
Let's see.
What can I do you for? Wait. I'll be honest. I don't really know where that puts us. All right, fine. Yeah, I know, Birdie. So what? Yeah, that was me. Birdie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it. He may or may not buy alternatives from me from time to time. A little diluted Mantisaur essence here, a little vitamin... He's stressed out of his mind, the poor guy. Everyone knows his name. Can't turn around without having to sign an autograph. Then you throw in playing tossball for a living. Violence like that, it does things to a body. It does things to the... Come on. Birdie's a damn good hacker, but taking that many blows to the noggin would scramble anyone's upstairs business. I know it's knocked a few of his members loose. Yeah. Damn shame about that. He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like... We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some...
It can be off the list, right?
Inspector, I've just received word that Constable Keene is dead. Please tell... Halcyon Helen, Leora Blossom, Maria Keene. There's a murderer on the loose, Inspector. You must stop them. I don't have Maria to count on anymore, so I'm counting on you.
Don't throw beers at him.
The Needler was among Helen's belongings. Whoever stole it must have been able to slip in and out of the hotel. Maria was my sole representative in Cedric's territory. The entire hotel staff is on his payroll. Any one of them could have killed her on his behalf. Maria devoted her entire life to our vision. She was absolutely committed to our company, to our project. I promised myself I'd reward her after we launched Spectrum Brown. I'd make sure she was comfortable for the rest of her life. She was also our voice of reason. She was sensible, and I appreciated her advice. I never got to tell her that. Make them suffer. I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be... Try not to feel too bad for... I don't understand. I'm not... the... Understood. I'd like you to... I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Bertie within the... If you're...
What's next? Let's do this fucking shit.
Inspector, you find my missing man? Nah, I only manage operations around the hotel. Cedric does most of the maneuvering for Eridanos proper. I don't envy him. The only thing worse than babysitting a couple of hot-headed, overgrown children would be babysitting the entire lot of them. Shit. That's fucking inconvenient. What happened? No shit. I gotta tell you, Evan's never been written up for so much as an impolite look. He attacked her? You sure? Huh. Sounds like the constable should look into this one. I'll have her bring Amelia in for questioning. Thanks for chasing Evan down and saving me some... A new day, a new pain in my ass.
I can go there. I don't know if I can go there. I don't know if I can go there.
Look out!
One's done for. We make quite a team, my friend.
Shit.
Here we go.
This is Silvio Tran, setting a new record for the Grand Colonial Bellhops Laundry Cart League. If you're listening to this, you're listening to history. And Daltrey, as we agreed, when I win, you're scraping terrorist shit off the windows for the rest of your contract. And you can stow the fear of heights routine because there's no way you're weaseling out of that, pal. Here goes. That's... Move the box! No, not... No!
Pew, 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 pew. All right.
Bertie Holcomb is...
If they intend to keep the wilderness inside their reserve, they might want to invest in a gate that can close.
Excuse me, Gunther. I need to ask you something.
Aether Who the hell is Gunter? I told you to call me Hunter. Come on.
Oh, right. Hunter, have you seen a little mechanical wandering through here? Might have been wearing my hat.
I can't say I have. I can sell you a new hat if you want, or some fine, legally obtained hunting supplies. You could go get that mechanical thief yourself.
She's not a thief. She's lost. I just want her back. Oh, hey there, stranger. Don't mean to interrupt your business, but have you seen a stray mechanical wandering about? Seems I'm running my mouth too much. My mechanical Betty up and wandered away a couple days back. I've been trying to track her, but the beasts make it hard. Personally, I prefer my organs inside my body. The shopkeep says I should buy one of his rifles and go looking myself, but like my machine, I'm not combat inclined.
We can help her out, right? Won't take too long if we're on the job.
I know it's a pain, but I think I need some outside help. Job or no job, I'm not leaving Betty out in the wastes. Hey, thanks so much. It would have been... If you find Betty, try sneaking up and hacking her. If you can't do that, finding a way to stop her current routines should send her back home.
No cacaos detected nearby. Returning to...
Job, Captain.
Don't mess with us.
Did you hack?
Hey, I almost can't believe it. Betty found her way back. Here I was thinking I'd never see her again. Oh, Betty, you big goof. What were you thinking in that little And you, ain't you just the most reliable freelancer in the colony? Let me just take a look at Betty here and we'll talk about payment. Yep, that's right. Her parameters for movement and target acquisition are a mess. I'll bring her back to the garage and get her sorted out. Since Betty's back safe and sound, I'll be sure to let my coworkers know that you're a good one. Here's some money for your effort. Least I can do to show my thanks.
What? Mm. Yeah. What should I do? Do that, huh?
Oh, hey, Candy Canyon! I know this place. It's where they did Free Range Fixer.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Everyone all right?
Using the promise of transcendence to lure profit seekers. Shameful.
Hello, welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's Private Prosperity Retreat. Stay positive, and soon all your humors will be balanced. Least, that's what I keep telling myself. Anyway, I'm Aaliyah Mason. I work as the Prophet's right-hand woman. What can I do for you? If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, linger in your malaise no longer. We have all the amenities and practices for calming the ill humors strangling your potential. Sit for hours in our sweat house and sweat them out. Or stand amidst burning coals and feel your productive inhibitions burn away. And remember, think positive. Positivity equals productivity equals profitability. Of course, I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her techniques more or less by heart, and even have some variations of my own.
Alrighty then.
Such as the quintuple daily stomach purges.
What?
She's promised me that I'd be allowed to open my own branch of the retreat someday soon. Of course, I've been waiting on someday soon for coming up on 4 years now. I'm sure it's gonna happen anytime now. Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I had a cramp. It's better now. I mean, it might be nice if I had a little inclination of whether the Prophet appreciated all the cooking and cleaning and hours of meditation I do on a daily basis. But whatever she thinks isn't for me to question. I'll do my best to be more chipper. Oh my. Yes, this is important enough for me to delay my bi-hourly self-flagellation. Ask away. Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the Prophet was completely despondent. Even the hot coal walks weren't buoying her spirits as they usually do. However, we recently had a high-profile visitor whose presence seemed to alleviate whatever the Prophet's fears were. I'm actually not entirely certain. It was a surreptitious visit that stood out because it was surreptitious. Whoever it was must have paid the Prophet quite a lot to keep things quiet. At least that's the only reason I can think of for intentionally keeping things so hush-hush. Well, by and large, no. But something rather odd did happen regarding the Prophet recently. A few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the Prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. No one saw her until the next day. I was here at the retreat in the company of the other disciples and clients. I rarely have more than a few minutes of alone time. Which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the Prophet, who will, I'm sure, reward me for my sacrifice. Eventually. Certainly. I note, I think so. Had the right size and... I could have, but I generally don't have the time or energy to leave the reserve to contact anyone. Plus, there's always the possibility that I'm mistaken. The Prophet hasn't been herself lately, but if I misinterpreted the situation and reported her improperly, I'd ruin my chances for opening my own wing of the retreat.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Identifying human footprints leading out into the wilderness. It is unusual for productivity disciples to wander more than a few feet from the camp. Scanning. No. Helen's distinctive shoe size, not found. Judging by footprint depressions and shoe size, these prints were either made by the Prophet of Profitability or Adjutant Sophia. Error. Recalibrating. These footprints were made by the Prophet of Profit. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy. Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours. Scanning for other details. Only additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt. No sign of struggle or evidence.
Try me? Our skills are unrivaled.
See what happens.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis suggests this to be a variety of herbs. Herbs have been uniformly treated with a pungent chemical mix. Warning: ingesting, smoking, or inserting non-corporation sanctioned substances into your ear. Prior analysis suggests these herbs reach peak effectiveness when users burn them and inhale the resulting smoke. Whether or not this increased effectiveness is good for an afflicted individual has yet to be determined. Analyzing complete. Substance.
Fruitful and I offer a wide variety of productivity seminars. I hope you'll consider taking one. But I should remember my manners. To what do I owe the pleasure of the Special Inspector's arrival? My disciples come to and from the Grand Colonial, bringing supplies and information. Knowing what happens at the hotel affects my livelihood, after all. With that said, I'd love to involve you in one of my productivity seminars. We should clear you of all those nasty, nasty humors hampering your potential. Absolutely not. Any statements by Ms. Helen about us were blown out of proportion and altered by the media. In fact, she quite recently... excuse me. I seem to be remembering something that never happened. Whatever the case, I'm sure her speech about us was all a misunderstanding. We offer a wide variety of seminars for all your corporate needs. Employees not working hard enough, employees dying too often. It's most likely your managerial humors. And of course, seminars for balancing the energies of your business offices. Interior decorating is much more important for success than many would believe. If any of this sounds at all interesting to you, might I interest you in the first 82 words of our most popular seminar's introduction? Free of charge. Byzantines live lives fraught with competition, and that competition can be immensely stressful. You must, first of all, find a way to balance your thinking. Think not of bits lost, but
Fuck
of
that
those
shit.
you have yet to gain. After all, peace leads to productivity, and productivity leads to profit. Though thought alone won't balance you. We have a strict regimen to promote humor clearing. Session attendees stand on burning coals, sit for hours in our productivity smokehouse, and of course, fast throughout. I hope to see you then. Oh? What? I wouldn't necessarily say that. The media tends to exaggerate. I will admit that her remarks about my seminars were rather unfortunate. However, I certainly wouldn't sharpen any sabers over it, if that's what you mean to imply. I only do that when my clients skimp on their bills. I did not. She had no interest in my seminars, and I had no interest in attempting to convert a stubborn actress. Why would I have had any cause to engage with her further? Why, I've been at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve for quite some time now, as my disciples can attest. In fact, I haven't visited the Colonials since I arrived several weeks ago. Bad energies, you understand. I hope you now realize. I'm pleased that you noted. Who? It was... yes. I have... But... Oh... That... Welcome. I'm Yes, that's correct. Well, I suppose that does complicate things. Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved. I admit it. I killed Helen. By mistake. Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions. I, knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time, I chose to double Helen's dosage of productivity-enhancing herbs. I left her to meditate And when I returned, she was dead. After that, I entered a less than coherent state. One of
Makes
my
sense.
disciples, it seems, witnessed me as I dragged Helen's body out into the wilderness. Do you jest? The guests at the Colonial eat no shortage of strange things, but I think corpses are perhaps too strange. The creatures of the wilderness are much less picky. Besides, the hotel is ridiculously far. I couldn't have made it all that way without someone realizing I was dragging a corpse. What? Is this some kind of joke? You're an inspector. It's your job to arrest me, isn't it? I don't believe you. I think this is all a trick. You're trying to catch me in a lie. Get me to reveal my productivity secrets. No. Someone must have moved it after I killed her. One of my business rivals, waiting for me to fall into a false sense of security so they can strike. No. You can't trick me. I finally discovered what's happening. You think... You monster!
That wasn't her.
Inspector. Ms. Leva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The profit business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find? Ms. Leva's techniques have no basis in modern science, but she makes bits hand over fist. If that makes her a fraud, then she's only as fraudulent as our corporate leader. Does the profit strike? I'll bear that in mind.
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report. Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, you know, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure. Oh, most certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her extremely uncomfortable, but I suppose killing her would also satisfy that criterion. The thought occurred to me. I tested this hypothesis by vacating the contents of my stomach and testing for the presence of the same toxin. Slightly elevated levels of mercury and an alarming amount of blue food coloring. But other than that, no. I'm certain it wasn't, as you put it, just the hotel food. Oh, how curious. I do believe you're right. I wonder if this has something to do with the autopsy process. She was Halcyon Helen up until the moment I brought her to the operating table. But as soon as I cut her open, I stopped thinking of her as Halcyon Helen. It's almost as if she stopped being an icon and became a human being. I had a feeling you'd understand. What? Sorry, this mask. Sometimes I can't hear correctly. Maria's been killed. Rather harmless on potassium. Maria was. Apology.
The Grand... How may I be... I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it. That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're obstructing justice. That has a nice ring to it. Let me just set you up with
The brochure never...
Aha! If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
We don't toss troublemakers out of airlocks. We just
Gotta stay.
Hey there. You a fan?
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology. How does the scenery taste? Good, I trust? Wait a moment. You're not wearing a bellhop's ID, which must mean you're not Owen's understudy. That man can't even be relied upon to find his own replacement. Oh, no, this is curious indeed. Who are you, and how did you get in here? You're here to investigate me? Oh, I assure you, I'm nothing special. Just an old crook with more money than time. That was a quote from The Retiree's Revenge, in which I played an ex-thief turned decrepit old man. But, of course, I'm certain you already recognized it. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something, a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard. Do you mean to say you're not a fan? Well, then how did you get in here? The only staffer cleared for guest room entry is the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh.
This should be ready. Cool.
Hello.
Hey.
Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in. You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me, back when I starred in The Marauder's Bane. The absolute picture of justice. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer. Certainly. But one quick question before we begin, if I may. How was it that Bellamy met her end? How awful. Whoever did this must have been quite heartless. I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character. Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating. All actors have their methods, and this has been mine ever since I met that wonderful... She taught me it for... Needless... Yeah, actually, Resent... Oh, come... I'm an... Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain. I suspect poison. And who... How a lot... Oh. Is... None... Very well. Oh? That... This... I... Go... But I... Very well, then. You...
Yes? Oh, don't give me that look. Let me see if I can pencil you in for later. Actually, what am I saying? I can't do that. I'm booked for the next month. You'll have to make a reservation. Crime or no crime, I must keep my head on my work. One does not simply become the head chef in all of Eridanos by fretting over irrelevant happenings. You're the inspector? Here? Why... I mean... Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to touch the meals of so important... Oh... Oh my law, this is the end, isn't it? Okay, I wasn't the one who did it, but I might have been... Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen. I understand your Well, it's a breach of Well, I suppose that's as good a... Yes, but not specific. Let's not... It's always hard to... Mr. Woolrich, while Thank you for your understanding.
I'm gonna save game. I'm calling it.